Town Council meeting. Taylor hosts the Town Council meeting in Miss Patty's dance studio. The council sits together facing the rest of the town. Dean sits with his family in special reserved seats in the front, and Lorelai sits with Suki. Rory sits with Lane and Claire. A debate is going on about whether or not the police should patrol the streets after dark. Kirk goes on in support about the issue. Meanwhile, everyone else whispers amongst themselves. So, what exactly do you think Taylor has planned for Dean and his family?
Beats me. I gave him the idea, and then he never asked about it again.
Whatever it is, I can't wait to see the look on Dean's face.
How come Luke is never seen at these meetings, and yet he gets away with it?
I'm pretty sure he bribed Taylor. At least that's what Patty thinks.
How much do you think he paid?
Did you hear about what happened with Christopher and Lorelai? Yeah, apparently he got the job. But now he needs somewhere to live. Do you think he'll move back in with Lorelai? And time's up, Kirk. That was a compelling argument. Let's put it to a vote. Those in favor of late night patrol? Kirk's hand goes up along with a few others. And those opposed. Everyone else's hands go up. All right, as with an overwhelming majority, we will not have late night patrol, despite the necessity of it to some. Moving on, it is now time for open agenda. Anyone have anything? Yes, I think there was a need for an additional stoplight by the dance studio right outside. With all due respect, Kirk, I don't see a need for that. Have you ever seen how many people have nearly gotten run over? Kirk, this is my dance studio. Of course I see the traffic that exists. And no one has ever gotten run over. There's a stop sign. Do we really need to spend any more money on something that the budget can't cover? But what about the old people who need more time to cross? Kirk, honey, that's their own problem. We don't need to resolve it. Anyone else? While we're on the subject, I do need more of a budget for my dance costumes. Money's tight even with the dancers paying their own dues. Why should you get more money for that, but there's nothing for the stoplight? Because part of the budget goes to town services. My dance studio is in this town and it provides a necessary service. The stoplight would benefit everyone. Kirk, stop it with the stoplight already. Okay, I think that's all the time we have for open agenda, which comes to the end of our meeting. But before you all go, I'm sure you're aware we have a new family movement. We've had a new family movement since our last town meeting. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to the Foresters. I'd like to give a special shout out to Dean, who works over at the market.
Well, here it comes.
And as a special warm welcome, they'll be given a year's supply of pancakes from Al's Pancake World. And they are all going to sing for us the best rendition of the Stars Hollow anthem. Oh, this is gold. I wonder how long they had to practice for this. Just look at how uncomfortable Dean is. He is never going to live this down. The next day, Lorelai and Rory have breakfast.
So, how has Dad been with finding a new place?
He's been fine. He told me yesterday that he found somewhere near the office, so the commute wouldn't be too bad.
What happened with his place out in LA?
He had to put it back up on the market. He didn't say if it's been sold yet.
Is he still going to use the motorcycle to go to work? Can you just imagine him driving that thing with a suit on?
While I'd like to think he wouldn't do that, I wouldn't be surprised.
So, are we just going to pretend that Saturday night didn't happen?
I would prefer that if you don't mind.
You literally froze up and then no words were said the entire ride home. It was super awkward.
But then after that, we sat down and had a discussion like adults.
And?
Well, I finally told him how I feel. I said that I loved him. He talked about moving in, but then I insisted that for right now, he find his own place until we figure out this relationship.
Mom, I can't believe it. You're an adult.
Thanks, kid.
So what happens now? Are you guys dating?
Kind of, I guess. We haven't discussed that much explicitly. I guess I'll find out later today.
It's like you're 16 all over again.
Don't jinx it. As much as I love you, I would rather not get knocked up again.
Lorelai stops by Luke's before work.
Where were you last night at the town council meeting? You missed out on a lively debate about night patrol.
And more important things to do rather than pretend to care about issues like that.
But you never go to any of the meetings. How do you always get out of them?
None of your business.
So is it or isn't it by bribery?
I have customers. I don't have time for this.
Did you enjoy your first meeting last night?
Yeah, what exactly did you tell Taylor to do?
Nothing. I just told him that you all should be honored in some way, and then that happened.
I just hope that I'm not made the laughing stock of the town.
I'm sure no one will remember, although Claire and Lane might beg to differ.
Great. Just the assurance I needed.
Independence in front desk. Christopher walks up to Lorelai.
Christopher, I thought you had checked out already.
I did.
And don't you have to go to work? I know you can do no wrong in my father's eyes, but he'd kill you if you were late.
I'm on my way, but I just came by to ask if you'd be interested in going to dinner with me later as a date.
Oh, well, of course. I'd love to go with you.
Great. I'll pick you up at 7.
Please don't tell me you're going to take your motorcycle.
Don't worry. I've got it all covered. See you tonight. Lorelai runs into the kitchen. But that's way more expensive than it was last week. Blueberries are about to go out of season. Take it or leave it.
Suki, he asked me out.
Ah, no way, that's awesome! Oh, I'm so excited for you! Oh, yay! Are you two going to meet up and talk about it later when you braid each other's hair?
Oh, sorry, Jackson. I forgot to invite you too.
Please, I'm fine admiring from a distance. I can't believe things are going so well.
Me either. I'll keep you posted.
Can you please pay me now that I've had to endure that? Gurman Driscoll, Christopher's first day. Christopher, I'm glad that you decided to take the job offer. Before we get right into it, do you have any questions? No, sir. Great. So you'll be assisting Todd with any and all duties today. He's been working with the company for 7 years. He knows the business, so listen very carefully to him, please. Richard, hello. And you must be Christopher. I'm Todd Chambers, Head of International Operations. Nice to meet you. Christopher will be assisting you today, Todd. I'll leave you in his hands for today. Let me know if things get too out of hand, although I'm sure everything will be fine. Richard leaves. So, Christopher, how desperate were you for this job? What do you mean? I'm saying that people usually cycle through this job within a few months, a year at the most. That's why Richard basically takes the first sucker that wants the job. You're not saying that to scare me off, right? No, just being honest. The job's not easy. No offense, but I thought it was an assistant position. Richard always says that, so he won't scare people away. But it's much more than that. Don't expect it to be a walk in the park. Anyway, enough chat. Time that we got started. I have a conference call with the company in Japan. I'll need you to take notes. Know any Japanese? No. Good luck. They talk fast. Babette and Patty have lunch at Luke's. So I heard that Christopher is looking at places that are near the office he's working for. So where does that leave him and Lorelai? Last night they spent a while together, and in the end they looked happy. It looks like the relationship is a go. Spreading more gossip, are we? Just the latest on Christopher and Lorelai. What is that guy's deal anyway? Well, him and Lorelai seem very friendly. Might even be dating again. And you would know this? How? Don't question the process. We have our ways. And you think they're back together. Nothing's confirmed, but you never know. Gurman Driscoll. Christopher, I need you to make copies of the agenda for the international sector meeting at 3. Then I need you to file away the notes from the Japan conference call, and I want you to take notes at the meeting. Got it. How many copies do you need? 20, and make it snappy. The filing is going to take longer than you think it will. Christopher goes to the copy room and attempts to make a copy, but the machine isn't working. He goes to look for Richard in his office to ask what to do, but he isn't in. Can I help you? Yes, is Mr. Gilmore in? No, he just went out to lunch. Is there something I can help you with? I was just the copier. I don't know what's wrong with it. The receptionist gets up from her desk and makes her way to the copier room with Christopher following. This happens all the time. We really need a new copier. In the future, just take clear a job and then restart. Clear? Yes, I think so, thanks. Everything okay? Yeah, it's just first day really overwhelming, and it wasn't what I was expecting. Tell me about it. My first day, Richard had me contacting other offices, taking his notes, as if I had been on the job for months. So what made you stay? I was afraid of letting him down. And after a while, things got better, I promise. You just have to give it time. Most people don't. That's why there's so much turnaround. I didn't think an assistant job would be so hard. Trust me, it's harder than you think. I think they're just trying to weed out the weaklings. So you just need to prove you aren't one. I know Todd is intimidating, but ask him for help when you need it. He's a sucker for thinking he's important. Christopher heads back to Todd's office. Here's your copies as promised, and I'll get started on the notes filing. There's been a change in schedule, and they've actually bumped the meeting up, so we have to have it now. Can you manage? Yeah, I think I should be okay. The meeting. Welcome, everyone. I know you're all glad to be here to discuss how our department is doing. Let's get on with it. I'm happy to report that Japan is up 3% purchases from last week, especially after our conference call I had this morning. John, any news about India? Oh, we have a call scheduled with them tomorrow morning, but they've been pretty insistent thus far about staying with the big-name companies. Have you given them any statistics? Things to make them grab onto the company? Told them about our protection rate? Yes, sir, we've been trying. It seems like not enough. Christopher, make sure you're taking all this down. We may need to do some restaffing afterwards. Michael, any updates with that phone call with Brazil? Chilton. Rory sees Tristan in the hallway. Oh, hello, Rory. Come to talk about the party on Friday? You really missed out.
Nice try. I'm actually glad I ran into you. What do you know about joining the school paper?
Well, I don't know how much about joining, but I do know that Paris is trying to be editor-in-chief. Why so interested?
Recently, I got a bit of a lecture about getting involved. Do you know who runs the paper?
You'll have to ask the club advisor, Mr. Harold. I hear they've been looking for people lately.
And where exactly is Mr. Harold's room?
Opposite side of the school, room 509. And you have about 10 minutes left of free period, so I suggest you go now.
Mr. Harold?
Paris has overseen this whole interaction and goes after Rory. That's me.
Hi, yes. Rory Gilmore. I heard that you run this school paper?
Yes, right again.
I'm new, started a week late into the year, and I was wondering if there was any way to get involved in the paper.
Our typical beginning of the year application process has just closed, but we may need someone to step in for the politics section. However, we would need you to fill out a basic application including writing sample. Here, take this one. Return it no later than Friday, please.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your interest, Ms. Gilmore. I'll be seeing you around, I hope. Rory leaves the room and comes face to face with Paris.
Where did you come from? Did you follow me all the way here?
I told you to stay away from the paper.
I have to get involved somehow, and last time I checked, I didn't need to consult you before deciding what club to join.
But the paper is mine. It's the one thing I'm proud of, and you're trying to steal it from me.
No one ever said anything about that. I don't even want to be editor-in-chief.
You say that now, but I wouldn't be surprised if you changed your mind about that too. Just let me have this one thing to myself.
I want this, Paris.
Of course you go after something that was handed to you. You know what? I hope you get it. Then when I'm editor-in-chief, I won't have to take it easy on you.
Graham Driscoll. Christopher and Todd get out of the meeting. Well, that was painful. The men are slacking and it looks like I'm going to have to pick it up. Is it always like that? Most of the time. It's like no one appreciates the insurance business anymore. Trading internationally is serious business. I need all of those notes filed by the end of today. Make sure you take the corresponding notes for each person and put it in their file. Todd walks off and Christopher sees Richard's receptionist. Rough meeting? All he did was make comments on how incompetent everyone was. Insurance is a hard business, harder than some people think. Oh no, you're starting to sound just like one of them. Richard does it all the time. It's hard not to pick up on it. Now I have to file the notes away and do it by each person and its content. Just type up all the notes and then search the document for names and content. Gets the job done in half the time. Thanks. Don't mention it. Christopher begins to walk away and runs into Richard. Oh, Christopher, I see you met our receptionist, Erica. It's so good that you're making friends here, and she knows all the ins and outs. How's your first day been? It's a lot, but I think I'll manage. And that Todd, he's something, isn't he? Got that right. In fact, I should head off to file these notes for him. Right, I'll leave you to it. Independence Inn. Lorelai leaves for the day.
I'm clocking out, Michelle. Don't miss me too much.
Have fun on your date.
Excuse me?
Kitchen isn't that far away, and I can hear everything that you and Suki talk about. Oh, and your life is so full of drama, and mine is so dull. I can't stay away from listening in.
Glad to know you like my life so much.
Can I please have it?
Bye, Michelle.
Stars Hollow Town Square. Rory walks home from her bus stop when Lane runs into her. Rory, hey, you'll never believe it. My mom set me up with the Chilton boy.
That's crazy.
And did I mention I'm going shoplifting after and defacing the school?
Wow. Cool.
Rory, hello, what's up?
Weird day. Paris scolded me for wanting to go out for the paper because she thinks I'm ruining her life.
Typical.
And then my parents finally admitted that they love each other.
No way, Lorelai and Christopher are finally expressing their true feelings?
Unheard of, I know. My mom called me in the middle of the day. She said to get home right after school, so I need to head off.
Don't let me hold you back. See you later. Rory gets home. Later, Lorelai gets to the door and sees Christopher all dressed up. Hey, Lore, you look great. Came right on time. That's what you're supposed to do on a date, right? We should get along, though. Bye, Rory. Lorelai sees the car Christopher has pulled up in.
Don't tell me you bought this just for the night.
I wish. It's one of the people staying at the inn lent it to me after I explained to them what was going on, and I couldn't exactly roll up on my motorcycle.
So, what's the plan?
Well, I got us reservations at On 20.
On 20? That's the nicest restaurant in Hartford. How did you manage to swing that?
Don't worry about it.
Christopher, this is so beautiful. But the menu, are you sure you're able to afford this?
Order whatever you want.
If you insist. You always had some type of connection, didn't you?
What can I say? What do you think you're gonna eat?
I think I might just get the pork chops.
Of course, always sticking with the basics. Come on, Lore, branch out. Expand your palate.
Alright, Mr. Expand Your Palate, what are you getting?
The duck breast.
And what happens if you don't like it? Are you going to put all that food to waste?
I figure I'm here, so I might as well try something new. And they don't put the food to waste. Haven't you heard? Each restaurant has a designated leftover eater.
You're ridiculous.
Just let me order for you.
Fine, just don't go too crazy.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Christopher, do you miss LA?
Of course, but I'm here now. With you. That's what I wanted.
Do you think you'll ever go back?
Well, yeah, I hope so, but I don't know. Why do you ask?
Because you made a life for yourself out there, and you even had a place. I get that you don't mind. It's just, if you want to go back there one day, I don't want to hold you back. I already made a life out here, and I don't plan on leaving.
Lore, I know we didn't work out because we wanted different things, but I really want to make it work this time. I'm not here reluctantly. Later, Christopher and Lorelai walk around Stars Hollow.
The Arctic char was better than I thought.
Told you, just gotta branch out once in a while.
Fine, you're right. You're always right, I guess. I should just listen to you all the time.
Easy, don't go that far. God, this place is so dead at night. How can you live here?
Better that some big city where youths are out all the time causing trouble. Although some people in our town think that is such a big issue.
In this town?
You'd be shocked. But living here is nice enough. I only have to worry about stupid town policies.
I guess you're right.
Christopher, thanks for a lovely night. I'm so glad we got to do this.
Me too. And I'd love to do it again sometime. How about next week?
Sounds great.
Great. I'd better go return my car before it turns into a pumpkin. Want me to ride you home?
Thanks, but no. I want to rock around for a little bit. Enjoy the night without youths to ruin it.
Okay, suit yourself. Good night, Lorelai. Christopher leaves and Lorelai looks on excited. She turns to walk home and goes by Luke's. He's on the inside cleaning up. He sees Lorelai walk by and go outside. Lorelai, hey.
Oh, Luke. Hi. You startled me.
Sorry, listen, there's something I need to tell you and I'm not good with words, so Oh, I'm such an idiot. Never mind.
All right, if you're so sure, I'll just head off.
I have a massive crush on you. Lorelai stops in her track. End of episode 5. End of episode.